Hello and a warm welcome to tonight's Project Cars race, hosted by the Front Row Racing League, and I'm again joined by JammyJames16. How are you doing today, James?
I'm doing just fine, Overdykink. How are you?
I am doing very well as usual, and today we arrive at the circuit of Zolder for round 2 of this Project Cars Premium League, the GT3 League, and we've got a lot of drivers in today as well. I think we've only got Caliber missing, and in his place is Dan Evs, and we've got Grable missing, and in his place is GBM Altman. So without further ado, we can get going. A few interesting names, James. What do you think of this one?
The track itself, I've done a bit of practice on it, and I've got to say it's one of the favourite tracks on the game. I think ever since the game came out, I think one of the first couple of tracks it was Zolder. I just think the fast-flowing nature of the circuit just reminds me a bit of F1, and I think there's going to be plenty of action, especially into the first 2 corners. But the thing I like on this circuit is the 2 fast chicanes. It's difficult to get your braking point right, and those curbs are not forgiving. So if you get a tyre or 2 tyres onto that curb, it's going to knock that car for 6, and you never know where you're going to end up. So no, it'll be a good one. I don't know if you know, I've done a few practice laps on this. I am well aware that there are 1:30 30s about, but I do believe that the likes of Casely and Hesselden, and maybe even Dave the Hart will manage a sub 1:30, and we might see some 1:29. So. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Look out for, I'd say look out again for Temp and GT Gavin. They seem to do very well in these cars. So, yeah, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, obviously Temp having a bit of a disappointing results last week. As I've heard, he's been doing a lot of practice for this race in the grey Audi here, as we see him here. He's been doing a lot of practice, and he seems to be really quick from what I've heard. So I'm definitely looking out for a guy like Temp. Obviously, we've got the fast guys like Casely, GT Gavin, who battled it out for the first position. Casely obviously getting away with a win last time out, so 25 points for Casely. GT Gavin with a solid P2, so 20 points for GT Gavin. Dave the Harp, I think, further back on 16. Oh no, not Dave the Harp. Sorry, Dave the Harp finished 5th. Obviously with that scrap for 3rd place last time out with James and Hesselden. So yeah, James Shaw. JS managed to finish P3 with 16 points. Then we've got Hesselden on 13 points with a P4. Dave the Harp P5, missing out on that podium spot last time out. Dave the Harp is on 11 points. Then we've got Woolhouse on a lonely P6, 10 points for Woolhouse. Duofin, solid performance, 9 points in P7. GBM Vector managed to get 8 points in P8 as well. Then Jonesy, P9, and he got 7 points out of that one. Grable in 10th, 6 points, and Temphier 11th, 5 points. And Driver Montana as the last place finisher in 12th with 4 points.
We've got a lot of moving about between Jonesy, Hesselden. Oh, Jonesy's just gone. They're fighting for position on track, so you can into the last 2 corners to see who can get going first. But Jonesy's just messed it up completely.
That's going to cost Jones for his first lap, definitely. So we'll get on board with someone else.
Woolhouse was quite
I'm going on board with Temphier for his first quick lap. Let's see, we go into the first corner, and since these corners, obviously this part of Belgium has the Dutch language, so I know all of the correct pronunciations of all the corners, but I don't think that's much fun, so I'd like you to have a go at all the pronunciations, James, if you can get the track map out.
Okay, alright then. Oh, okay. Right, go on then. What's the name of the first corner then?
The first corner's name is Eerste.
The first corner is Eerste.
Very well done, James.
Turn 2?
Turn 2 is the Sterrenwachtbocht.
Oh, hang on, that's a bit harder than the first one. Say it again.
Sterrenwachtbocht.
Sterrenwachtbocht.
All right, James. We'll practice a bit more. We'll practice a bit more on that later on. We see Temphier not making a mistake as of yet. Temphier showing he's got the pace here. you get the sector times out, James.
I will certainly do 32.9 and 28.4 from K-Slay. 10th here is only 2/10 off that.
That's not bad for 10th here, considering K-Slay won last week by quite a margin. So 10th here showing his intentions early on in this qualifying session.
Let's have a look. Heselden's done a 1:31. We said the 31. Oh, 30.4 by K-Slay. Really quick.
10th here's crossing the line now. A 30.7. So P2 as of yet for K-Slay for 10th here, with K-Slay on pole with a 30.4. Heselden in P3.
GT Gavin goes 6th with 33.
We've also got a new driver in this week, James, by the name of Dan Evs. A 31.6, currently in P4, so that's about second of 10th first time. What do you expect from a guy like Dan Evs? Obviously, he's known in the F1 leagues, but we haven't seen much of him in Project Cars.
No, you're quite right. We've had a few brushes with him in the F1 league, but no, Dan Evs is a feisty competitor. He'll put his car where probably maybe he shouldn't, but he does get some good moves done. And it reminds me a bit of Max Verstappen. I think he gets it right. He does get those overtakes done, but it can lead to disaster, really. And like I said, we've not seen it in Project Cars League, have we? So a new outing for him, or for us anyway. So let's keep an eye on him anyway.
He's driving the red BMW M3, so it's a nice colour to look out for. Easy to see. I'll go further down the grid. Woolhouse crossing the line now. Has a 32.4 on the boards, and that's a 32.3. Oh, there's a car crashing in the back. I think is that Dan Evs? Who crashed in the back?
Have a look.
I think we've had a red car crashing on the final straight, or that might have been a bug. I'm not too sure then.
If it is, it's something he's gone quick.
Dan Evs crossing the line now. I don't know what happened there, but Dan Evs just improved his lap time, 31.2, as he goes back to the pits. We'll get on board with GT Gavin.
Heselden's a 30.9 now. He's closing the gap to the top two.
So it's getting very close up front with GT Gavin, 32.7. So he must have had a couple of mistakes in his laps that he's done. P7, 32.7. So GT Gavin definitely looking to improve to not let K-Slay get away in the championship. Obviously, last week the battle was won by K-Slay, so GT Gavin's got something to prove this week.
Yeah, not much action going on there. I think K-Slay might be just coming over the line. He might be starting his lap now. It's a 30.4 still. So I'll stay on board with K-Slay. I'll see how it gets on.
GT Gavin just moves his way to the tail arm and bolt. So GT Gavin then moving towards this chicane. Not too sure what that chicane is called. I think it's the Jochen Rindbocht.
Jochen Rindbocht.
Well done. GT Gavin then coming through the final corner, the Jackie X-Bocht, and there he goes across the line. Can he improve on the time? He needs to. A 32.5, so that's quite disappointing for someone with GT Gavin standards. Still in P7 and P8 now, actually, as someone improves on his time. I think that might have been James Hulkenberg. Sorry, James Shaw. This is James Shaw, obviously. JS. As we still need to get used to the new P8 name. 31.1.
Quick. Just so you know, K-Slay's going quick.
Get on board with K-Slay then, 30.4, he's got traffic, Dan Evs. Oh, he's getting out of the way, but that's a bit late, and K-Slay has messed up his lap by that. He's not going to be happy about that at all.
Who was it in front of him?
It was Dan Evs by the looks of it in the red BMW. And K-Slay not going to be happy about that, since Semfira is in P2, only about 2.5 tenths away. So K-Slay obviously in pole, but needs to keep the pressure on himself as well to try and improve. Obviously, we're getting to the latter stages of the qualifying session.
Actually quicker overall in this lap. He's just gone quick. He was a tenth down in the first sector, but he's gone 2 tenths quicker in the second sector. So I'll keep an eye on.
I am on board with him. Yeah, I am on board with him as well. So Tim Fear coming to the last corner to Jackie X. To the Jackie X corner, there he goes. Both of the apexes early on the throttle. It's looking to be a good lap for Tim Fear. And 30.1 is pole. It's pole for Tim Fear as of yet.
Casey still in the pits. We've got 6 minutes left. Oh, Casey, as I say, that is exits in the pits. Let's have a look down the field. We have Heselden's on the track. I'll keep an eye on his first sector time.
I don't know about you, but I think that's a brilliant lap by Tim Fear here.
There is.
Obviously, Tim Fear being on the pad on this track quite narrow. So I think it's going to be quite a hard task on the pad, but Tim Fear definitely showing it can be done. What do you think about this track with the difference between pad and wheel? Do you think we're going to see major differences?
I think there is, because I had a little go on the pad, and I've had quite a lot of practice on the wheel as well, but it seems a lot smoother on the wheel. Now obviously that's Temp Fear's obviously gone against that because we just stuck it on pole, probably against a couple of wheel using. So maybe it's just found the perfect setup on it, but I definitely felt that the wheel was just a bit more smoother around the track, especially over the quick chicanes.
Yeah.
Maybe the pad's compensating in the corners, like the slow corners, but yeah, I can't really say if there's a massive difference because I've not had enough practice, but I'd definitely say the wheel was the more smoother one out too. But like I said, Temp Fear's just thrown that out the window and for the third time.
Okay, so getting ready for his flying lap now. A 30.4 on the board. He's looking to improve that by about 3/10 to get close to Temp Fear's time as he starts his lap now. We'll stay on board with him for this lap because this is obviously the battle for pole as he goes through Eerste and then to the Sterrenbachbocht and Kanaalbocht next to it.
Dan Evs, I think, is looking to improve our steering. Coming up to the last corners now, last two corners. Bit of traffic ahead, but I don't think we're getting well.
There's traffic indeed ahead of Casey. I think it's the red BMW who've done it again, so that'll be something if he gets in the way again. I think James Shaw is actually following Casey JS. There he goes, right in the background in the blue and black dot. Dan Evs in third.
30.9, good lap.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Not Tesla enough.
What time is Heselden got at the moment, James?
What, sorry?
What time has Heselden got at the moment?
It's a 30.9, same as Dan Evs, just half a tenth slower.
It's not something you expect from Heselden. I know Heselden was really quick last time out, battling for P3.
It's always stayed the heart, so I mean there is only who's that? But we can't do that now. I know there's a lot time, but we'll see if
He's about to complete his lap, James. There he comes across the line. He improved the time at 30.2, so he's still off Temp Fear. He's 1/10 off, as he'll probably go for another final lap. Let's see who's in third. David Harp's just gone third with a 30.6 in his orange Chevrolet. With Dan Evs, oh sorry about that. Dan Evs in fourth with a 30.9 in his red BMW. Heselden in the Aston Martin, the yellow one, 30.9 as well. The difference between them two is about half a tenth. Well, Heselden definitely looking to improve on that. Dan Evs obviously being a new guy, so Heselden has got to show Dan Evs that he's the guy with experience. He's the quicker guy in the field. He probably won't like to get beaten by a rookie. He's looking quick, Heselden, as he comes to, I think, the hairpin, the Boulderberghaar Spelbocht. I'd like you to have a go at that at some point in the race, James, in that name.
I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just on board with James Olkenberg and racing JS and a good sector, a very good second sector. He's looking quick if we can get these last few corners set up.
So then not improving on his time. We'll get on board with James Shaw.
Up the last few corners, bit of traffic, but again he won't 300. Ooh, nice apex. Nice double apex. Out the corner, beautiful.
Sure, can he improve? He's behind Case there. You think he might get a toe from him? Ooh, 30.3. That's a good lap by James. Definitely showing that he's got it in himself.
He nailed those last 2 corners. Kept his on the little lap.
He's going to vote with someone else then. Casey still on a 30.2, so obviously not improved on the second final lap that he did.
Casey might be on another hot lap here.
Have a look at the time, James, mate, if you want to.
Yeah, I've got the time. It's 33.1. It's not quick. Seems to get away with it. Let's see, he needs to get this very smooth.
There's just a minute to go, so if anyone wants to have a shot at pole. Oh, no, Casey's binned it, so Casey, that'll mean Casey won't get the pole position that he so much wanted. So that means Tempfear might be safe with James in the pits as well. Dave the Hap in the pits, Dan Evans in the pits. I think everyone's in the pits, James.
Yeah, I think
Woolhouse just crossing the line, but obviously won't get time to complete this lap. So we've got the order of the qualifying by the looks of it. If that's unless GBM Oldman can still do it.
You got Gary Oldman, you got GBM Oldman. He might just.
I don't think he's gonna do it.
No, maybe not actually. No,
I don't think he's gonna complete it.
No, it's definitely not.
I think he's got the same car as Dan Ev, so that's something to look into for the future. But anyway, here's the James. Do you want to go through it?
Well, it's Tempfear in the Audi in number 1. It's Casey in the BMW M3 GT number 2. Is only 0.089 away. James Brother Racing JS with only 3 seconds to go is 0.2 seconds further back with a 30.3. And now we've got the 5-minute warm-up before the start of the Grand Prix. So, guys, if you want a break, go get a smoke, go get a drink. I'm not promoting smoking. I'm just saying if that's what you want, go and get a smoke.
Very well done, mate. Yeah, this is basically because the game, obviously, when you complete the qualifying, it puts you straight into the race without any sort of break. So this little warm-up is in for people who want to maybe change the setup from qualifying to a race setup, and maybe have like a little break. So that's why last time out we didn't see many cars out on track for this warm-up.
No. And on that note, I'm going to go get another drink. Oh, by the way, Dom, what we need to discuss a bit is the heavy cloud currently. How's that going?
Big cloud.
We've got current weather, heavy cloud. Wonder how that's going to influence them.
We might see some rain. I don't think. I spoke to the lobby host earlier, and he said it wouldn't put rain on, but for the first few races at least. So we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what's coming. K-Slate anyway, out on track. Obviously, he's got a point to prove. P2 in qualifying, definitely not what he wanted. So he'll probably try to set up as much as he can to at least be able to battle with Tempfear, who was only a 10th quicker. So he might be able to battle anyway. But still, he'd like to have that edge. James, mate, I'm getting some comments that they are not able to hear you, so you need to put your mic up, mate. James, if you can.
Oh, okay, no worries. It's on full blast, so I can't go any further, I'm afraid. But I've just got a comment from one of the admins. I won't name which one. That
can I guess?
You can guess.
If you say the comments, I'll guess which admin it is.
Alright, I'll read the comment. It says, you can wind Dom up with him putting the title of the stream as LMP1s and not GT3. LOL. Who is it?
That'll be Steve. No, that'll be Steve. Is it not Steve?
It's not Steve.
That must be Dave then.
It is Dave.
It must have been one of the two brothers. As we see two cars going off there. A Aston Martin and Casey. Someone again driving in the way of Casey. Let's see who that Aston Martin is. I think it's Jonesy. It is, as Jonesy cuts the corner completely. So I don't know what that is all about. As we see Dan Evans here in his number 40 red car. See, are there any people with times on the boards? We'll have to have a look. No one as of yet, with 2 minutes to go. Most drivers in the pits, obviously, having the little break they need. And as Jonesy just comes out of the pits, and with him, I think it is James Shaw. Not James Hulkenberg. Sorry, I keep doing it. I mean, I've been racing with this guy from Racing JS since I think about 2014. So we are very used to saying James Hulkenberg. But obviously it's James Shaw, as I don't think it is James Hulkenberg actually. Oh, do it again, James Shaw. Because James obviously driving the red Corvette, sorry, the blue Corvette. There we have him. We'll get on board with him, see what he can do, see if he'll be able to put a lap in. I spoke to James before the race, and he said he doesn't think he can battle for the win, but he'll certainly try. So we'll have to see how he gets on. Obviously not too far off the pace of the front guys, but still that half a tenth. If you count that up for the 26 laps that we've got going, half a tenth that'll be 13 seconds. So that's quite a lot. But we'll just have to see what he can do. He might be able to tweak his setup a bit and try and find the extra couple of tenths. As the other James, the co-commentator, comes back from his drink, rejoins. As James Shaw just packs it in the gravel.
Do you think there'll be any rain in the race?
No, I don't think so. I do think that the heavy cloud will help cool the tyres. So we might see people going further than they might have wanted to earlier. They might have prepared for a two-stop when they might be able to go for a one-stop in this case.
True. No, I didn't even think about that one, but yeah, good. So we've got 10 seconds. Who's your money on?
I'm going to put the money on. I'm going to put the money on Tim Fearme. As Dan Ebbs is the only one to complete the lap here. 31.4.
I'm going to put my money on from the Racing JS actually.
So no money on Casey at all then, no?
It will be a close second, but I think there might be a dark horse in James Shaw. Anyway, let's get out of the way. Someone's got the windscreen wipers on. Someone's flashing the lights already. Let's go, here we go, lights out. And they're away. Sorry about the loud.
We'll get to the front straight away. Casey is going great start. He's been able to jump Tim Fear on the first corner with Dave the Harp and James Shaw behind him. Tim Fear's going back at him. There's a lot going on. Casey going for the undercut through the what's the corner called? I think Canal Bocht. Yes, it is.
Inside of Jonesy, that'll look great.
Got Tim Fear maybe going for a move up Casey here. Tim Fear's going to be fuming after qualifying on pole. What's going on?
Oh, GT Garrett's got a time penalty for him.
Ooh, GT Garrett.
Russell in GB Oldman. The 7th and 8th.
We'll have a look. James is being overtaken there, I think, by the guy in 5th. That's not Dan Ebbs, that is going to be fast, but no. Is it not? No, it's Dave the Harp actually. Where's James gone? I've lost James. Harper.
He's backing up. Oh yeah, Farper's being attacked by, who is it?
No, he's attacking, I think Farper overtook James earlier. I completed the move. Farper, what a great performance so far. Oh, Farper's gone off. He's been there in the last chicane, and that's going to cut James as well. James ran right to the back of him. Farper now all the way back in 9th. So Farper gone from 5th or 4th to 9th. He's not going to be happy about that, but Farper's surely shown his pace early on in this race. As we see a move going on here for P7. GT Gavin obviously lost time in that start, so he needs to get a couple of people.
Farper's going for a move around the outside of Hessenden for P8.
Oh, he is. He's going to make it though. He's going to make it. Oh, if he completes that, it's going to be a great move, but there's no room.
I think Hessenden's just going to do it up.
Where's Farper? can't see far, but oh, you'd be back in 10th. So Vectra being able to jump back, but as he's got a time penalty.
Yeah.
So Farber all the way down to the back of the field together with Woolhouse and another car, I think it's driver Montana.
That was a long pen. That must have been the 10-second penalty there.
Yeah, that must have been, definitely.
Oh, Jones is got time penalty, and so is Jim Vector.
I'll get back to the front though. In the meantime, K-State a 37.4 is opening lap with Temphier, I think I'd say about 8 tenths behind him in P2. So Temphier definitely not letting K-State go.
Dave perhaps keeping him as well. Dan Evans is doing very well in fourth.
So Dan Evans showing why he should be a permanent driver in this league. Dan Evans was looking to get a permanent drive in this league. Oh well, he's looking out for it.
I think if it becomes a certain position, he actually gets a. Yeah.
So as the field settles down, we've got K-State in the lead. So do you think K-State can be able to get a perfect sweep going from obviously the last the race 2 weeks ago in this race?
Well. You won't bet against him, but you won't get bet against him either.
Temper like mad.
The field's a bit spread out. Oh no, I was going to say it's a bit spread out. You've got
Temper in the corner. He's going to get a penalty for that. No, he's not.
Jonesy just goes past it. Oh, there's collision. Oh, GB Owen runs up the side of Jonesy. Oh, there's a spinner. Who's that? Gio Finn spun it.
I'll tell you what, Dan Evans in 3rd position, so Dave the Harp must have made a mistake somewhere as James Shaw is going for the move up Dave the Harp as well. And he completes the move, so Dave the Harp from P3 to P5 in just 1 lap space.
Yeah, well, what's the time? Oh, he might be having a real game now.
What will he do?
I'll go further back field. Judo Veteran, Hasselden, 7th and 8th.
Oh, look here.
Will Austin 10th, Judy on 11th, Jones 12th, Jones 13th.
We are now 3 laps in, James. What do you think about pit strategies?
Ooh, lots. Tyler's quite. Actually, I did Tyler. Tyler's quite low from what I did. I don't know if that's drive different settings on, but let's keep an eye on that.
I know these guys drive with times 2 tyre wear, so. Have a look at Woolhouse then. That's an early pit stop for Woolhouse. That must be for Dominics then.
We've got 2 groups of 3. Top 2 looking very close to each other. 10th and
Anyone is watching this, can anyone let us know if James is hearable? Because I'm hearing from some people that
I've been told I am hearable, just it's still a bit.
Yeah, but you can't turn your mic up, I suppose, James.
No, I'm afraid not. It's on full max, so I'm not sure what the problem is. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, we've got a spinner.
Well, that's coming out of the pits. Who's that? Is it Jonesy? I can't find him on track. I'm trying to find him, but I can't. There he is, Jonesy, P12. So Jonesy into his number 46, Aston Martin. Lost quite some time with that spin. Meanwhile, Duofin in the McLaren in P11, surely putting the pressure on GBM Altman, I think that is, in the number 40 car, or number 41 car, sorry.
I've been told to shout.
You've been told to shout, okay.
GBM Altman is in the pits.
Is he?
You can hear me now.
So GBM Altman in the pits indeed. Duofin close in the gap on GBM Vectra in the blue McLaren, so we've got a little McLaren battle going on here. What can Duofin do? Obviously Duofin being the master of the tyre wear, so he might just be able to take the tyres a bit longer than everyone else. He might be on a harder compound as well.
Temp jumped across the curb, it looked like he may have got a time penalty, but he not.
I've been on board with JS and Dave the Harp. They're still very close to each other. Dave the Harp got back past James Shaw. with James obviously being in the lead of this battle earlier.
Close battle between Juba and Vector and Jurfin, and the car was very slow. It's faster. He's going to time penalty.
Faster, not having the best of races, is he?
He's going up the inside. Oh, he's going to get that car turning. Oh, Farther's hitting, getting him to go. Oh, it's 3 abreast now. Hang on. Jurfin, Farther and Vector. Jurfin's going up to the inside, move on Farther. Farther's got better ideas. He's going for a slipstream of Juba and Vector. And he's up the inside, going up to. Oh, he's just managed to get the car slowed down enough, so that's good. And he's made that
Vector plants it in the grass with one wheel, so that's going to cost them on exit. So that's surely going to play into the hands of Jurfin in the grey McLaren behind him.
That's a great move.
That's a great move by Jurfin. If he can complete it, can he complete it though? No, he can't. Jimmy and Vector are getting the better exit out of the last corner, which is called the Jackie X corner, obviously. Jackie X buffed.
Jones is cutting.
Oh, Jimmy and Vector. How did he not get a penalty for that? I don't understand this game sometimes.
Jones is in 14th and getting lapped. I think we might see our first retirement. Unless he's just letting the lap cars through, but it's been probably showing him too much respect.
In the meantime, Vector and Jurfin having a great battle here. Get on board Jurfin. Jurfin's certainly looking stronger than Vector.
Oh, he's got back, he's got damage. Jones has got damage, that's why he's staying at the lane. It looks like a handful. It's actually front spoiler's just coming loose. And his bonnet looks a bit well, not where it should be, let's put it that way. Oh, he's running up the wall and he's gone straight to the pits. And it's the car turning.
So Jurfin is not making a move anytime soon. I'll get on board with another battle. Dave the Harp trying to release James Shaw off his back, and he's successfully doing so in the number 21 McLaren. No, 21, not McLaren, Chevy. Tim Fear definitely losing pace in the meantime on Casely. Tim Fear with a quickest lap time of a 30.9, and Casely 1/10 quicker with a 30.8. So Casely definitely redeeming himself from that qualifying session.
The gap says it's only a 10th. Oh no, that's the fastest lap, sorry, my bad.
I think Casely's looking very strong for this one. Tim Fear not being able to keep up with him. I think actually Dan Evs is catching back up to him, and he is a 30.8 as quickest lap time. So Dan Evs on the course, maybe for a P2, if he can keep this pace going. And if he can keep the consistency on this game. I don't know how much he practices on this game. Obviously, with him being on F1 for quite some time.
All the field at the minute is currently spread quite a bit far out. There's no
battles going on.
Not that I can see.
Stay on board with Dan Evs though and see how he's doing. He's looking very, very strong. And after a bit of a scruffy start, he's definitely catching up to Tim. Do you think that might be due to tyre wear, or?
It could very well be, but if Dan Evs is pumping the 30.8 in, you wouldn't think that tyre wear is an issue at the minute. That's almost quality peak, so that's...
No, but obviously with Tim Fear being on the pad and Casely and both Dan Evs, they both are on the wheel. I don't know if the game is quite severe on the pad when it comes to tyre wear.
Okay, so they might be having a problem with his flashing lights at the back. It's Joe, I think this is...
No, it's GB Maltman. It's GB Maltman. He's not getting out of the way though, GB Maltman. Is he seeing him? Oh, he is. Now he's seen him, but that's definitely cost Casely some time.
I doubt he's costing much, I think there's always a gap.
Yeah, obviously he's got the gap, indeed.
Yeah,
you can visually see Danevs is closer.
Top three are just spreading out a bit.
Can you keep an eye on the lap times that both Temfear and Danevs are doing?
I can indeed.
Obviously, the fastest lap times are both quite close, but we need to know the latest lap times.
Well, Danevs has just done a 31.5, and Temfear has done a 31.9, so...
so 4 tenths lost. And you can also see that Casey is definitely pulling out quite comfortably as well.
Danevs is actually the quickest
I think David Hart is catching up to Danevs as well after having that battle with his mate James Shaw. Who's also not looking too bad, James Shaw. Obviously losing out a bit of time on David Hart, but not too much. Still quite close to him. I'd say about 1.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah, not seeing much in the way of pitting yet either. I've had a few... we have had a few people in, but I think that might be damage rather than tyre wear. And we've yet to discuss fuel levels, so...
yeah, obviously some cars will put the full race distance fuel in the car from the start, and some choose to refuel. So hopefully with Danevs we don't know what he's going to do. Sorry, what? What, refueling?
No, fueling from the start to get to the end. So
yeah, well I suppose, yeah. If I were racing in this, I'd do that. Because the car will just be a lot. Well, the pit stop will be a lot quicker. And I'm not talking about tenths. I'm talking about several seconds quicker. So.
Why aren't you racing? It's LMP1. You should be racing, shouldn't you?
Yeah. No, but not in this.
I thought the title of this stream was LMP1s.
Oh yeah, I've just seen that now. Okay, well, I suppose we'll have a look into that after the stream.
We've got battles going on here. We've got Woolhouse and Driver Montana who've just been lapped, I think, or are lapping. I'm not sure actually. Who's lapping? Oh yeah, they're lapping Jones and Jones. They must be like 2 laps behind. Woolhouse and Driver Montana. Yeah. Woolhouse is going for a move on Driver Montana up the inside on the second to last corner. He made it stick. By the looks of it, it's just pushed Driver Montana just out of room. So,
well, Driver Montana not ready to give up in this Mercedes.
Oh, he's flashing his lights at, he's flashing his lights at Woolhouse. So I don't know if he was happy with the nature of the.
Oh, that's Casey lapping them both.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So Casey being really quick already, lapping them. And where's Temfear in relation to Casey? He's quite far back, Temfear. He's quite far back, that.
Yeah,
there we have him.
Danevs may have just fallen off Temfear a little bit, I think. I think this is traffic, though.
Yeah, it's traffic for Danevs.
A lot of traffic.
So he needs to scoot to this traffic as we see GB Maltman here getting out of his way.
Doing a nice little toe before saying, go on, down. Casey's up against traffic as well. Whether they've seen him, I don't know. Oh, Temp's up against traffic as well.
Yeah, he's with the Mercedes of Driver Montana. But I'm sure Driver Montana will get out of the way very soon.
Casey's got out of the way.
And so is Driver Montana.
Yeah. Gone wide a bit, Temp.
It's made it stick though, it's fine.
David Hart's just coming up against traffic, but we've just moved out the way of him, so that's fine. He's just dropped back from David.
We'll have a look at Casey banging in lap after lap after lap.
The field's quite spread out now though. It's not...
I'm waiting for the pit stops, and there's only 15 laps remaining, so that means we've already done 11 laps. So I suppose we're not going to see a 2-stop here. I think this is going to be either a 1-stop race, or if anyone wants to gamble it, a no-stopper. I think that might be something that that Jufin might try.
Well, He's known for it, so why not?
And I know Hesselden's good on his tyres as well, so who knows what we might be able to see from Hesselden. But Hesselden not really showing the pace that he wanted to in P7. GT Gavin trying to work his way up the field, but only P6 at the moment. So obviously James and James Shaw and Dave the Harp in front of him, both being very quick drivers. But after second place last time out, GT Gavin's not going to be very happy with that.
GBM Ullman just tried to unlap himself from Dave the Harp, but I think he caught better of it.
I don't think you want to do that with Dave the Harp's pace on this game.
James Shaw's racing gas up against GBM Ullman. He's flashing to get out of the way, but he's not got out of the way yet.
Obviously GBM Ullman in his own battle with I think Jonesy behind. Oh no, Jonesy's left actually, isn't he?
Yeah, sorry, Jonesy.
Yeah, so he's not in a battle at all. So that means that GBM Ullman needs to get out of the way of James Shaw. James Shaw obviously don't want to be losing track on Dave the Harp. Yeah, front of the car doesn't look very healthy.
I'll check on the times. Let's see what they're doing. So we've got Temp done a 30.9. Daniels has done a 30.8. Oh,
so
Casey's in the pits.
Okay, in the pits. We'll get on board with him then. Where is he? Can't find him on the track. There he is.
Casey's in the pits now.
I'd say that's quite a long pit stop, but.
Oh, we've just gone off then. Oh no, it was a lap. Daniels is visibly closer to Temp though.
Danev's really showing the pace, isn't he? I think the traffic hurt Danev's more than it did Temp Fear, but Danev's now definitely catching back up to Temp Fear.
Now, what does Temp do? Does he go for the non-stop? Or
no, I think he'll box next lap. I think he'll box next lap.
I suppose it'll cover him off to case line.
But then again, the case they might be on soft tyres and other cars might be on hard tyres. We'll get on board with Tim Fear, and I think Dan Evans is in the pit as well, is he? Yeah, he is. With the back marker in front of him.
And James Shaw, and JS.
So all of them pitting in lap 13, which is the halfway point of the race.
I will keep an eye on Casey. If you want to keep an eye on the guy in the pits, I'll tell you where he is.
I've got an eye on Dan Evans now. I'll get on board with Tim Fear now. See who's got the quickest pit stop.
So Casey's just about to approach the last two corners. How's the pit stops going? Anybody moving?
Everyone's still standing still.
Well, Casey's coming around the last corner now, so it looks like he will easily take the lead.
Dan Evans away first, I think, together with Tim Fear. So both of them probably on the same refueling strategy.
I'll tell you what, it might be close. It could be very close. No, he's done it.
No, he's done it. He's done it by a mile. He's done it, Casey.
It's actually a long pit lane, isn't it?
It's a long pit lane, definitely. And Dan Evans behind the back marker.
Now, GT Gavin, what does he do? Does he pit or does he hold up Casey?
Where's GT Gavin? I'm trying to find him. Oh, there he is. He's not that far in front of Casey, so GT Gavin without a pit stop, not that much faster than Casey. So after last week's performance, GT Gavin's going to be disappointed, and he'll know that he has to put.
Oh, Dom, Jones is retired.
Jones is retired?
Yeah, it looked like he may be doing after that last bit of damage. He wasn't really putting any effort into making the corner, so I think it was coming. It was eventually.
See who that is. I think that's Woolhouse, isn't it? Yeah, that is Woolhouse being lapped by Dan Evans as driver Montana enters the pits in P12, with GBM Altman just crossing the line, but driver Montana doesn't look to be overtaken, maybe by Woolhouse actually. I think Woolhouse actually is going to do him easy.
GT Gavin's pitting, which releases case light. Which releases Temp Fear as well.
Duofin P9 not in any battle at the moment. after he was in a battle with GBM Vectra earlier.
Must have had a great lap because. Oh, I don't know. I can tell.
About 10 feet. Oh, he is very close to K-Stay. He's not far behind at all, is he?
Well, I did a 2:09, but that was obviously the pit stop, so I can't.
No, but he's not far behind K-Stay. I think he's closer to K-Stay than he was before the pit stop.
Dan Edley third. Is it me or is it getting misty? Is that just me?
It is looking to be a bit misty, isn't it?
Looks like it might be clouding over a bit more now. Ooh, David Harp hits the curb quite heavily, but gets away with it.
I think Semfira is going to have a charge now in this second stint, and obviously the final stint of his race. That is if everything goes to plan. We'll get further down the back of the field and see if anyone's catching up to one another. James still having the same gap to David Harp as he had earlier.
David Harp, it looks like he may have dropped off a little bit actually.
Whereas last week, I think we had a lot of people on different field strategies, but I think this week everyone's on the same one because no one actually jumped another driver in the pits. I think the gaps have all stayed the same. As Wolhaska out the way, David Harp.
Yeah, there's not many switch around left for them. Things in 8th. Farfus 9th, GBM Vectra's 10th. GBM Oldman, oh, there's quite a nice battle between 10th and 11th. GBM Vectra and GBM Oldman. They must be related somewhere along the line because GBM Vectra and GBM Oldman, I'm guessing they're friends.
Yeah, I think they are indeed pals. Got a good battle going in.
Oh, they both got
a corner cut penalty there. A 34.8 and a 33.1. So with that lap time, Oldman's about 1.7 quicker. I think GBM Vectra actually let him go.
I think he did as well.
Hopefully we haven't got any teams in this, but obviously if you feel battling the car behind is only going to lose both of your time, then letting the other driver go sometimes is the best choice. I have to say Oldman's car was very damaged, but I don't know if he's already been to the pits. I think he is. So that should have repaired this damage.
Heselden, I think, has just gone wide at the first chicane and not having a time penalty, just letting GT Gavin close up the gap a little bit.
It's definitely getting very misty, James.
Oh, Heselden's just gone wide again. He got himself another penalty. GT Gavin's going to overtake him. Might do. He might get,
he's going to get a good run here. Round the outside. Have they go to Tillarmenbocht? Or is it not? No. No, they've just passed that. They've just passed that corner. This is the Boulderberg Haarspeldbocht. James, I'd like to have you say that, mate.
Say that one more time.
Boulderberg Haarspeldbocht.
Boulderberg Haarspeldbocht.
Boulderberg Haarspeldbocht.
Boulderberg Haarspeldbocht. That's the best I can do.
I guess we'll go with that. that's a solid C for you.
It's the middle part that threw me. Let's have a look.
Obviously overtaken Heselden, so GT Gavin to P6 and Heselden in P7, but they're both not going to be very happy about that after a better performance last time out. Dan Evans in P3, still showing why he should be in this league. A 30.8 as quick as lap time. I think that's about as quick as K-Stay has done.
James Shaw's just got a penalty, but not racing JS. But again, most of the teams are spread out now. Oh, Heselden's got another corner cutting penalty.
I think Semfira is closing in lap by lap by lap. Have a look at his times, James.
Oh, look at that, 3/10 quicker than K-Stay. Temps a 30.9 and a 31.2 by K-Stay.
And the thing about K-Stay is arguably maybe the quickest driver in this league. But the thing is, if K-Stay is under pressure, sometimes he makes a mistake. And whenever he makes a mistake, it's usually a very big one. So Semfira looking to put every bit of pressure he can on K-Stay.
We've got GBM Vectra UK retired.
Has he? Oh, Casey spun it! As I say it, Casey has indeed spun it. And there he goes, Tim Fear in the lead, and Dan Evans is gonna go into P2. He is, Casey now in P3.
Ooh, that's not what he wanted.
I cannot believe what I've just seen. So the two Mercedes teammates from last season in the F1 League are now P1 and 2 in this Project Cars League. Tim Fear's got a power boost penalty. And that's gonna promote Dan Evans to the lead, is it?
Actually, look at Casey going on the outside. He's just been pushed up to the
grass. He's gonna go for it. Oh, Casey, what a move! Can he complete it? No, he can't.
I think he can. I think he has done just about.
Has he done that? What a move by Casey. Move of the season so far. Obviously, the season only 2 races old, but Tim Fear might be going for a move around the outside here. No, he's not. But what a great battle for the lead here. With still 8 laps to go as they cross the line.
And they have really gone cloudy, Dom. So maybe the tyres aren't working as well.
So let's see. This battle is about to get very spicy here. Tim Fear all over the back of Casey, and so is Dan Evans on Tim Fear.
Dave Hart's not far away either.
I think at this point any of them could take the win.
Good corner by Dan Evans. He just lost it. He kept it. I'll go for it again to see what's out. Yeah, the field's quite spread out.
Ooh, Tim Fear having a good run on Casey here. Is he going to do him into the next corner? Casey defending early, staying on the right side, and now going to the left. Tim Fear going to go for the move. He's not.
Oh, he's going to get the cut. He might get cut back. He's going for a toe now. Casey's got very good traction there.
He has. That might all be setup related. As they, Dan Evans has just given Tim Fear a shunt.
And that's how we meant by Dan Evans. He's on his day, can be great, but a few mistakes. He's just missed his braking point by the look of it.
And that's surely cost Tim Fear a lot of time. Was right on the back of Casey, and now he's dropped off by I think about 1.5, 2 seconds. So definitely not going to be happy about that.
There's no damage by the looks of it to either car, so we got away with it.
Yeah, but it might be suspension related, and obviously you can't see that.
Well, no, you'd see it pulled to the side, but I think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, obviously, yeah.
Faster in 8th, Jukin in 9th.
Tim Fear trying everything he can to get back to K-Stay, but it's going to be a big task now as I press the wrong button once again on this game. Still getting used to the to all the controls, but you can use it.
Temp's closing in on there. He's got
he definitely
back.
is.
Reclaiming that gap.
Tim Fear looking very strong.
He looks just more confident on the brakes there. Casey's got better traction, but Temp looks better on the brakes.
And that might help him when he tries to overtake, but then again, the traction might help Casey defend.
Dan Evans is just
dropping off. Yeah, Dan Evans definitely dropping off. Can't follow the pace.
Ooh, Casey was slow in the first corner of the last, the first apex of the last corner. 6 to go. Could be an interesting end.
I think at this point, any of these two can win the race, or even Dan Evans if he's able to get the rhythm going again. But by the looks of it, he's falling behind even more and more. I'm not even seeing him while we look at him here. No, I think he's dropped off by about 3 seconds.
I've just been told the tyres on this game are very temperature sensitive, so even a slight temperature drop will have an effect. That's maybe why I've seen Casey just drop off.
Maybe Tim Fear is just Tim Fear has binned it!
He's not binned it, but he's lost it a little bit.
But Tim Fear not going to be happy about that. Obviously all over the back of Casey, putting every pressure on him that he could. and that's going to hurt him in his challenge for the victory. Semfira at the moment seeming to be stronger, but Casely just keeping the tyres on the tarmac. Well, Semfira didn't in that case, so just have to see how it plans out. Dave the Harp not too far behind Danev, so Danev might be having some problems with tyre wear or anything, because Dave the Harp definitely looking strong, and P4 will get on board with him for a bit. As I don't see James Short anywhere in the background, so James must have had a couple of mistakes or something. Because where is he? Oh, he's dropped off massively.
Yeah, he's had a few time penalties, I think.
He's dropped off, so he might be settling for P5, which I suppose is not too bad, but ultimately not what he wanted. We'll get back on board with Semfira though. Can he get back to Casely? You can still visually see Casely, so he should be able to get back to him if he can just get the rhythm sorted.
Yeah, I think that's the closest battle out on track at the minute, in a top 3.
The top 3, if you count Dave the Half in, but how close is Dave the Half to Danev? I think it's getting closer and closer. If you can have a look at their lap times, James. The lap times before, tell me who's quickest.
You got, last lap was a 31.5 by Kate, but 10th we had a 33.4, so there's no mistake somewhere.
Obviously, yeah, that was the mistake in the grass that we've seen.
Oh, yeah, of course. 32.7 by Daniel. 33.3 from Dave the Harp.
So was Dave the Harp quicker then in that lap, or was he slower? 32 or 33?
32.3. So it was quicker than Daniel's intent, but not as fast as Casey. Casey had a good lap then.
But Dave the Harp looking to put on some late pressure on Danev's. 4 laps to go, so there's still all to play for the podium positions.
9th, 8th, you've got Hasselden, Farster and Jewelpin separated, but one mistake could let either one of them in. Go on, Dan, what are you going to say?
Semfira is really catching back up to Casely. He's pushing the car like mad. You can see it sometimes, his tyres smoking the corners. He's giving everything he's got, and he's definitely catching up to Casely. You can see it. Casely is struggling in the corners, and you can also see that the track is lighting up again. So
yeah, that was actually.
So the mist has disappeared. So I don't know what setting has been put on. Go on, sorry.
That might play into that. That might play in the hands to Casely, because Casely was good with the one positions, and as soon as the mist descended, Temp seemed to catch him quite quickly. So, but again, it looks like Temp's actually pushing his car to the limits. And I think, like in the race 2 weeks ago, with Casely and was it Temp or was it Dave the Harp? It was Dave the Harp, I think. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry.
GT Gavin.
It was GT Gavin. It was GT Gavin.
Yeah.
Sorry. So again, it looks like Casely. Is it the fact that is it just that he's holding station, or more than likely he's pushing to the limit again?
So 3 laps to go then. Semfira catching up to Casely. So we might have a.
He seemed to brake really early, but again, traction. He's got it under traction all the time.
But Semfira is just clipping every apex he can and putting the throttle on really early, pushing the car maybe a bit over its limits, as we just saw in the corner they're coming up to now, a couple of laps ago, where he's oversteering. But then again, that might be what he likes in the car. Some people like an understeery car, like for example Dave the Harp, while people like Semfira and James Shaw, they like more oversteer in their cars.
Tell you what, Casely's good in the first and third sector, but going over the quick chicanes in sector 2, we've got Semfira, we've got a time penalty, it's lagging.
I think that's lag.
Casey's
come up to traffic, that is Jewelpin that. That's Semfira. Oh, he nearly put it in the gravel there.
Dan Evans has done the same thing.
And look at how close Dave the Harp is to Dan Evans now.
What's happened there?
We'll get on board with Dave the Harp. I think Dave the Harp is just being the quicker one of the two at the moment. Dave the Harp, obviously a guy that sometimes struggles on the F1 games, but on Project Car just seems to have pace in every car that he drives in.
Well, Dan Evans is going to lie now. He's just done a 32.4. Dave Harp with a 31.8.
31.8 in the latter stages of the race. That's only 4 tenths slower than his quickest lap time. So, and the quickest lap time might be set on fresh tyres.
I thought Temp was right on the back of Casey, but it was actually a back marker. I think Casey may have it in the bag now, unless he makes a mistake, because Temp dropped off again. Maybe again the higher temperatures might be favouring Casey again. Temp seemed to close in and it was really misty, but I think once the blue skies have come out, Casey was romping over it right next to it. So again,
Dave the Harp though looking very confident. Dan Evans as well knows that if he cuts a corner a bit too much, he'll get a penalty, and Dave the Harp will definitely jump him. So the pressure's on for Dan Evans. But still, if Dan Evans loses that third position, still fourth position on your rookie drive is a very good result for Dan Evans.
I don't think Dan Evans. I'll put him on you out and say that this is going to be finals here. I think 1 lap to go. Casey looks like he's got it covered, unless he makes a mistake or a time penalty.
Indeed, Casey and Tempe quite spread out now. I'd say about 2 seconds between them. So unless Casey makes a mistake, that'll be his. In the meantime, Dave the Harp close to Dan Evans, so Dave the Harp might go for a late move anytime soon as they come up to Julfin in the grey McLaren as a back marker. Dave the Harp putting the pressure on here. Oh, and Dan Evans, I think he's struggling. He knows the pressure is on. I think Dave the Harp might go for a move here if he gets a good exit. He does. Can he go for the move? I think he's too far off. He might try it in the next chicane, the tail arm and buff. Ooh, he's binned it. Dan Evans, no, he's not. I thought Dan Evans went off then.
Stop saying he's binned it. He's not binned it.
Oh no, sorry. This is the tail arm and buff. Obviously the corner where the late famous Jules Villeneuve died. As Julfin gets out of the way.
Oh, Dave Harp going for a move here. Must do.
He's got to go for it. Inside. Can you keep an eye on when Casey crosses the line, because obviously we won't want to miss that.
Yeah. Oh, he's gone for it.
He's gone for it.
He's gone well
He's gone way too deep. Indeed.
Casey's in the last 2 corners. And
that's a shame for Dave the Harp, but in the meantime, Casey P1 yet again, times 2 for this race, for the second round, flashing his lights. A great result for Casey. I think Tempe though might be happy with P2. As he's, I think he's got a power cut. He's got a penalty.
Dan Evans
gone P2. What's happened with Casey?
He's gone 4th.
Sorry, Tempe. He's gone 4th. Tempe, what is he doing?
What was that?
What is he doing? Do you think he might have got a penalty in the last corner? Tempe. Oh my goodness! What has he done?
He wasn't putting any sort of power down though. That's the thing.
James, a solid P5, James Shaw, decent result. Julfin in the meantime in P6, GT Gavin P7, with Farthbut in P8 and Hesselden in P9, driving Montana 10th, and then Jonesy I think in 11th.
Oh, I forgot to take a picture.
Fantastic stuff yet again, James.
Apologies, guys.
Farthbut's binned it in some corner. So Farthbut having a last lap drama as well. Oh, Tempe is out of fuel.
Wait, hang on.
Tempe was out of fuel.
This
was the last lap. No, this was the last lap. But I'll have some information for you by one of the admins. I don't know how he knows, but Tempe is out of fuel on the line.
Wow.
That's what's costing the P2 and the podium. So, so that has gone horribly wrong for Tempe. So that is the story of this race. Tim Fear getting out of fuel on the line, which costs him the podium position after a great drive. Could have maybe gone for the victory if it wasn't for some mistakes that he made. But Casey, what a performance yet again, James. I think Casey, if everything goes right, has a very good shot of getting the title this season.
I think Temp did a great job at getting pole. I think he really did. It was only like I said, it was half a tenth, there was nothing in it. But I think with consistency and just drivability, I think Casey's got that car really under his in palm of his hand, basically. So
yeah,
you'd be a daft man to bet against him and to be.
As we both did today. You obviously put your money on JS, and I put my money on Temp Fear, but
yeah.
But Casey's done it again.
I think Temp may have had a better go than if. Well, I'm not saying this is to blame, but the shunt from Dan Evs must have put him off a bit. So I don't know. If that was a contributing factor.
Obviously, we'll hear from Dan Evs in a minute. If you can invite the podium finishers, James. Oh, yeah, that is obviously Casey, Dan Evs, and it was the guy in third. I think it was Dave the Harp.
It was Dave the Harp. For some reason, it's changed the order then, but okay. Hang on.
That's why you should take a picture, obviously.
Alright, calm down. Right, invite players. Let's see, we should have Dan Evs.
Correct.
Dave
the Harp.
I haven't got Dave the Harp as a friend.
Alright, well, fantastic stuff. We'll just wait for James to join. James Shaw, he might be able to sort it out.
Case Light. Yeah. Okay,
so if anyone's watching this, any of the drivers watching this for
I think I have got David Hart, but he's not online. That'll be the one.
Somehow I've put notifications off, but if people are seeing a black box from James joining the party, I mean, I've put my notifications off, but for some reason it keeps showing the black box on the top left. But James, if you can, who's just joined the party, if you can send Dave the Harp and the other guys an invite.
Yeah, I've got them all in. I'm just waiting for Dave the Harp now.
Alright, there's Dan Evs. Is Casey in? Oh, there he is.
Dave's not well, so he may as well just do P1 and 2. Shall I get temping? Because he was doing right well.
Alright, yeah, get temping.
Yeah, you can do, yeah. I'll tell you what, that's a great result for Dave the Harp if he's feeling under the weather.
It definitely is, but he'll be happy with it. I think he won't be disappointed, considering if he's not feeling well. But who knows what he could have done if he was feeling well, James?
Exactly.
We'll just be waiting on Tim Fear for the podium interviews.
Tell you what, start going. If he turns up, he turns up.
Alright, mate.
Right, no worries. Go on, Dom, you take it.
Alright, well, Kendall, mate, 2 out of 2. Tell us about your race. How did it go?
That was a tough one, that was. Temp was quick in quali, which I didn't expect, because last week I lapped him, so he's obviously found a bit of pace. So, yeah, I didn't cover it in the first stint, but in the second stint he was really quick, and I kept making mistakes as well, so to be honest, when I spun it I thought he'd win, but fair play to him. But yeah, it was a good race.
I thought. What was it like when the... sorry Dom, go on.
No, you go on. You go on.
I was going to say is, Casey, obviously when the mist descended and obviously the tyres must have had an effect in the cool conditions, were you worried at all, depending on how long obviously the cooler mist would stay around? Because it did look like Temp was just gaining ground every lap in that stint.
Yeah, it was particularly quick. You know the two chicanes in the middle sector.
Yeah, we
He
said
gained,
that. We said that.
honestly, a second every lap he gained on me there. I pulled a little bit back in the last sector, but through there he was just so quick. But yeah, so I was wary of that. But yeah, he was quick.
Yeah, yeah. Dob.
All right, James. In the meantime, a message for you. You need to invite Tim Fear because you're the party leader. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll go on to P2 as we'll come back to you in a moment, Kendall. Dan Evs, P2. Who would have thought that, mate? How did your debut go, mate? Talk us through it. But you started quite low down the field, but then obviously I think you overtook James Shaw and Dave the Harp. Were you expecting a result like this, or were you just aiming for the points for the mid pack? All right then. Well, James, if you want, go
sorry, Dan. I know you're disappointed, but that's a great result for you. And obviously, it was a bit of luck with Temp running out of fuel, but at the end of the day, that's you can't complain at that, especially for your debut race.
Yeah, definitely with the pace that we know some guys in this league have. Yeah, obviously, who knows what you could have done? Who knows what you could have done if you qualified a bit higher up the field? But anyway, is Tim Fear in yet, James?
He is. He's just joined us now. Sorry, can I just? I'll butt in for 1 sec. I did mention during the commentary that Dan Evs actually was going to be offered a position as a full race seat, depending on his position. His position was actually in 7th. And obviously, second place is a lot higher than 7th. So I've just had a message from James to tell him that he has got a full race seat if he would like to take it. So congratulations to Dan Evs on that one.
That's great for you, mate. And if you wanna ask the questions to Temp Fear, James, who's just joined us for the
Temp,
for the P4.
Are you there, mate? Are you with us, Temp? Is he there? Temp, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, hello. Here he is.
All right.
Temp, I don't know where we begin because it was such a good race. I mean,
you don't begin. That's where we begin.
Can you sum up what happened on that last 2 corners? Because from what I mean, well, yeah, like just sum up. Go on, just sum up what point did you realise that the fuel had gone?
I realised the lap before I was lower than I thought I would have been, but I thought I got 3 litres, should be fine. A little did I know that for some reason that last lap, my engine was very thirsty. It would have been nice of Dan Evs to give you a push over the line instead of the hairpin. Oh well.
But anyway, I still, apart from the last couple of metres, it's still a great race for you, Temp, mate. Talk us through it. What a great qualifying for you.
Yeah, qualifying I knew I'd be up there. For some reason I was going into that thinking KSA is going to do a 29. Quite happy.
Yeah, but he didn't.
So
No.
I was happy on that. And then the race, I don't even want to talk about it, but oh well. That's what I have to do. He got me on the start. I had the pace. The very first few laps I was all over him. Couldn't do much though. I did drop off in the middle of that first stint.
Yeah.
But then I think he might have killed his tyres towards the end because I was closing back in. And then he also pitted a lap earlier than the halfway mark, so I thought I'd have a chance in the lap at the end of the race.
Yeah. What we thought was that you definitely felt more comfortable in the cooler conditions. Do you think that might have been to an effect in the race?
I don't really know. The second stint, I just seemed to be a lot more quicker in certain areas.
Obviously, yeah.
The gap in. But
he
spun at that chicane, and I almost spotted him. I slammed the brakes on before I spun as well.
Yeah.
Then the chicane straight after, I cut it slightly, got a 5-second penalty, and then the game all of a sudden thought, nah, we give him a 5. We'll give him a 10 instead, actually. Changed our mind. So I got 10 seconds, and I was just shouting my head off.
Right, I've just got one more question for you, Temp. It's just coming from the one of our very attentive viewers. He says, "Ask Temp if it's a conspiracy for being too fast that you ran out of fuel."
Good. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Dom, would you like to go back to Kendall and just sum up?
I will do. Kendall, after getting 2 out of 2 here, the next track is obviously Willow Springs. How do you feel about that track, and what do you think your chances are there? Do you think you can make it a perfect 3?
I hate Willow Springs with a passion. Cannot stand it.
Is that the one in the middle of the desert? Or looks surrounded by sand? Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Track.
Okay, well there you go, Temp. There's your revenge next week. Oh, in 2 weeks' time.
Who knows? Anyway, Danevs, just one message for you. For next time, if you make the podium, which I hope you will, turn your mic set to share, because the interview we weren't able to hear you.
Oh.
So, all right, mate. So
to sum up, Danevs was to sum up, Danev said he was happy with the race, unhappy with the qualifying. There you go.
There you go. So we'll see you all in 2 weeks' time for the next race in Willow Springs. But that's for this class, because obviously the Front Row Racing YouTube channel will be back to you next week with the Project Cars Standard League, which is the LMP1 class at the same track, the circuit of Zolder, which also features me and James as drivers, as well as Temp, Casely, and a couple of others in this league. So we'll be happy to see you in that, and if anyone wants to join this league, that is also possible. Go to Front Row Racing on Facebook and message the page. They will get you sorted, and you can see the lobby settings here, the lobby settings that are required for this league, with the 2 times tyre wear, and for this race obviously 26 laps, but that is depending on the distance of the track. So we'd like to thank you all here as for Front Row Racing, and we'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.
There you go.